Hey everybody, welcome to today's Eagles Den at USA Crypto Group. Today we have 3 projects to present to the community, and each project will have 5 to 10 minutes to give their best pitch. I'd like to remind everybody that this is never financial advice and for educational purposes only. With that being said, I'd like to welcome our first project, the Interlink Alliance. We have Mike, and we also have Chucker in from Interlink. The floor is yours, guys.
Beauty, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'll let Trucker start off.
Okay, well, I'm Frank. I'm the CEO of Interlink. So, first of all, we started as a meme token a while ago with Walter on SOL. Things the community wasn't involved a little bit, so we kind of moved over to BSC to try and gain some transparency and have everybody join a little bit more. So instead of just making a meme token, we created an NFT line that ended up being a charity NFT line. Short story, it didn't really take off the ground. So I ended up taking over the project, moved everybody over, liquidity, and started Interlink. Now, Interlink, the design of it is to become a hub for all cryptos. So how we started was, sorry, Mike, you can take over for a second. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. So basically, Frank took over Walter there from the dev. Got the LP, which was remaining, transferred over. Myself, I was working on bull market, my own project for the last 2 years. And then we were doing some restructuring this year, making sure everything's legally set up properly. There's a lot to it, and I've known Chucker for quite a while. So talking through him, listening to what was going on with Walter and how he kind of needed a little bit more support on the team and dev side, myself and my project manager jumped on board with him, and we completely changed the road we were taking. So we went to full utility, and we hired a full-time onboard dev with us, DeFi Mark. He's pretty known in the space to a lot of people, at least, and he's fantastic dev. So he's with us full time. He's going to be doing all of his stuff. And then we launched on March 30th. We did a 2-week pre-sale. We took a week buffer, make sure all the airdrops and everything we wanted, make sure everyone from Walter was still taken care of. The launch was completely successful. Went smooth as can be. We launched with staking and farming right off the bat, so you can go to our website, interlinkalliance.net. The staking is stake.interlinkalliance.net. You can stake your Interlink and choose from approximately 22 plus different rewards that we make alliances with, or you can choose Interlink or BNB as a reward. We have our biggest utility is coming within the next, we're saying 2 to 4 weeks, but it could actually be even sooner, but we're just going to stick with the 2 to 4 weeks. But we are launching our own DEX, and it's completely newer version of a DEX coming out. I think only one other project has something similar, but it's fantastic. There's 0 fees to get on board. The project that does add liquidity and will get 10% of the profits back to them, and they can utilize that any way they want. And then that will actually integrate with our staking platform, which will help feed into the staking platform and cover any costs incurred with that. And we have some other stuff coming out with, like, we're not going to say the tech. It's brand new tech that we think the whole space is going to be using, something that our dev is building on. We can't really talk about it. He's talked about it a little bit, but basically we'll be accepting more than just Binance Smart Chain for everything that we do, very simply. I don't know, Frank, if you want to add anything.
I have to run out quick, but yeah. So what we wanted to do, what I was saying with the hub and making everything, I'm trying to bring everyone together. Unite DeFi. Like I've been a part of that for, I want to say 4 or 5 years. I've been in crypto since about 2021 with the Doge hit and then SafeMoon and everything else. So I've built a ton of relationships with a lot of people, CEOs. So with the staking platform, it's pretty cool. Now you have to stake Interlink, and you can either get Interlink as a reward, BNB, or any of the Alliance members. And how we did the Alliance members is instead of just adding someone's contract, we wanted to build relationships. So went to all the CEOs, all the projects, sent them proposals, emailed them proposals, and talked to them one-on-one with AMAs. And then they decided to jump on. So with that, you can, the staking, you can choose a rewards token anytime you want. There's a zero lock fee. And from 0 to 45 days, there's a 10% early staking fee. After that, there's zero tax, zero fees. So say if you want to choose Interlink for a day, you could choose that. And then one of our other projects, we have Haga, we have BBTF, we have Bundy, we have a ton. I think there's around 22 or 24 tokens. We just had 3 more added yesterday. You can interchange them anytime you want, and it doesn't take away your time you were staking, which is pretty neat. Mike was saying about the DEX. The DEX is going to be awesome. It's free to list. There's it's just whatever you want to add liquidity. There's no minimum. I mean, the more the better, but there's no minimum for us. And then it's $1 fee. You as a project get 10% of that fee back in return for you guys to do whatever you want to it. Do whatever you want with it. Now, on top of that, we also have, we just started a sales team up. Ben, our other guy, he's not here right now. He's actually our sales manager. I think we have 7 guys on the sales team that they're working on commission with the same tax. It doesn't take away from any of the tokens. It's a referral program. So say if even you're not part of the sales team, if you guys up here want to promote a token and try and get them on the DEX, if you get them on the DEX, you get 10% of that fee as well. The transaction fees, buys and sells, for the lifetime of the token that it's on the DEX. So it's pretty neat concept. It's for everybody. It's going to help the volume of the project, us, and also give back to the community. So I think that's pretty neat. We have a Discord that's built for everybody. We built relationships with all of our projects. We all talk. We all collaborate. It's not all about Interlink. Like we're on there. We just made something happen today. Prevail token. That's one of our Alliance members. They have a merchandise store that pretty much everyone that came to Interlink as an Alliance member is getting their own merch store. So it's neat how everything is kind of working together. All the projects are working together. So that's what it kind of is. It's pretty much a hub for other projects to go to. And if anybody ever wants to get on as a staking rewards member, you can go right onto our website. Mike made a beautiful website that right under the alliances, there's an application form to become an Alliance member. So you could be a rewards token. The DEX, that's going to be coming out extremely soon. I mean, it could be within, we'll say 1 to 3 weeks, but I mean, there's a time frame in there. It might just drop anytime. So yeah, it's pretty much Interlink in a nutshell. I mean, I'm sure we missed a couple things, but I don't know if you guys have any questions.
Yeah, I appreciate the introduction there and the breakdown there, Frank and Mike. That's quite the alliance feel. I like it. Good camaraderie between all the projects going in there. I guess the question I have is, you said this is back launched on March 30th. You did a 2-week pre-sale. So what was raised on pre-sale? What were those funds used for? And what was your initial market cap?
want me to grab this, Frank, or you want to grab it?
Yeah, you can grab it if you want. If you miss anything, I'll pick it up.
Yep. We raised, I believe it was it 26 BNB, Frank? 26 BNB.
It was 26 or 36.
Might have been 36. Yep, it was 36. 36 BNB, and we launched at a 53K market cap. We hit about 90K on the first day. It was very smooth. It's slow growth. And then obviously you have some within the next week. It dropped down to about 20% under pre-sale, and then we are now back up to around 60. I think we hit 61 yesterday, maybe 60 today. We paired 85% of tokens are for public and LP. 10% is just held back for listings and whatever else, just in case. Mostly listings and DEX listings, but they're in multi-sigs and only going to be used if we need to. And there will be like a governance involved too with decisions down the line with token holders and stuff. So everything's there, and we can all be checked on the blockchain. And then there is, I think, a 5% held back for the team, which is in multi-sigs as well for vesting. And yeah, that's it for those tokenomics. We have 100 million total supply. And right now there's 5% tax, but it's a modular contract, so it's not static and it's not a proxy contract, but we can edit some things. So the tax is definitely something we can change. We've already talked about that down the line a little bit.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Frank.
I was going to say the reason we did a 2-week pre-sale and a buffer week is, I mean, we've seen everything in the past, like the good, the bad. We've been in a ton of different projects, so we're trying to push and pull and from everything else that we learned. So one of the things that we really liked was we wanted a steady growth. So 2-week pre-sale, we're not rushing anything. The week buffer was because we had to bring ex-Walter holders over, make sure their airdrops were fine. I mean, that was like, I think it was like $1,600 in liquidity. Like, it wasn't a lot, but I didn't want to leave that. I could have just been like, no, I'm starting something else. I don't like doing that. So I brought them over, plus all the pre-salers, and we gave Walter holders an extra 5%, and all pre-sale buyers, we gave an extra 5% on their tokens. So we took that week buffer to make sure everything was 100%. And then we didn't give contract out until it launched. And I mean, if you guys look at the chart for launch, like, it was beautiful. We have so many people that were, it's like, we haven't seen a launch like that in a while. Another thing about it was because we didn't need to take money right out of the pre-sale or when it launched to build utility. We took our money, our own personal funds, and we put it right into the contract, put it right into staking, building everything. So, I mean, it's quite a bit of money we threw out there, and we didn't plan on getting it back because we're investing just like everybody else too. So we're trying to build it as we can and strategically as we can.
And like he's saying, we're focused on building things. So when we launched, and then you didn't see how many zeros are we going to burn or anything like that. We don't talk price as much at all. If anything, we're just here to build, and we're trying to prove to the community that we're here to keep building and here to market and let the products and the chart speak for itself over time.
100%. I like it, guys. And we did pin back into the main chat here your information with the links. So if anybody likes what they hear, please join into the Telegram, check out their website, and follow up accordingly. Now, one question I do want to ask you both is if you could choose one thing that brings the investors the most value of your project, what would you guys say that is?
Most value.
I
have to say. You want to go, Mike?
Go ahead, man. I was just gonna say the alliance is a huge part, collaborations and growing communities. But
yeah, I was going to say the community built. Yeah, not so much the token or the utilities we have, but what we're offering for the hub, pretty much the communities to get together. I think that's the biggest thing for everyone to be able to diversify their portfolio, come into our place, and then they have options to venture out. Like all of our alliances on our website, they have all of their information. So there's no, hey, only talk about this. Like that, even the CEOs, all those projects are on our Telegram. We're on theirs. So that, I think that's the biggest part, is everyone's actually doing their part and coming together. It's extremely hard to use that label as Unite DeFi. A lot of people think of it as a negative thing, just to steal other people from projects, and you can come on and see for yourself and talk to 21 other projects that feel the same way I do. So I think that's my biggest thing.
Awesome. Yeah, community is everything, guys, 100%. And I do appreciate you guys coming in today for that beautiful pitch. One last thing I'll ask you guys is we are going to give away some money to each project here. So if Frank or Mike can scroll on through, pick one random winner, and send me over that screen name later on, I'll get that all posted into the post later on. And once we're all over here, I'm going to get this all posted up to YouTube, get you guys each a copy. And we're also going to follow up with a poll that will run for 3 days to see what project the community liked the best to win a full AMA with us here at USA.
Sweet. All right. And yeah, thank you for having us. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, be sure to hit us up in the DM or Telegram or anything. So we're definitely open.
You can pick the winner.
I already have the winner in mind.
Okay.
We were talking about him earlier, just because he's using the name.
So send me on over, and we'll make sure we'll have that over in the list later on. I appreciate it, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Take care, Frank and Mike. All right. Next up on the Eagles Den, we have Greg from Pangia. The floor is yours, Greg.
Hello. Yeah. Well, my project's a little smaller and probably a lot more simple without a lot more moving pieces to it. The website information is not correct except for the on-chain data and the what do you call it? The chart obviously looks very good from start till now. We started out with another project. We were paired with Raider token, and they were supposed to trend because it was a lounge too. They were supposed to trend whoever came in for AMAs. Well, that didn't happen because GME ran off and took off out of crypto. So they're kind of like without a leader. So I was the largest holder of this project. So what I did was I had everybody send me their tokens. I airdropped them 1-to-1, and yeah, you see the chart after that. We launched on May 4th of last year. It's just a little hard to get stuff done when it's only you. So I haven't really listed on too many dexes or anything like that. We don't do staking because we have a very limited supply. We do burn it. So, but no one has ever lost money that's invested in my project ever. So you can check that on the blockchain. All right, we do things a little bit differently. I do own Crypto and Life Lounge. We've been around for a few years now. We're an AMA lounge also, and we do open mics. Whatever proceeds we get from there actually go. We give away tokens, when we have AMAs and open mics and stuff like that. And when those people sell, everybody gets rewards in BNB. So that's part of it. And I put that right back into liquidity afterwards. So it just rewards all our holders for holding. Another thing I do is I actually use V3 liquidity pools on Pancake, and I generate revenue for the project that way. I do hold NFTs from another project that is not selling them anymore right now because they're at a level they don't want the revenue. If you get the trading pool too large, you'll mess up the trades themselves if you have the pool too large. We've seen that time and time again. But I have 5 of their NFTs that also provide revenue every day. And then I have my NFTs are passive income, and they're only $10 a piece. I did that for a reason. I also use Stable Swap for that. I don't know if you know about that, but my NFTs pay 0.21% daily forever, and they're $10 a piece, and you can stack them in your wallet. So that's what we got going on there. The information on the website is not quite correct, and that dev was no longer cooperative with us. So I had to make a new website, which should be live in the next 2 days or so. All I have to do is find new web hosting and pay him, and we're live. So all our NFTs are on there, our new ones. I created those myself. You'll also can buy those for $10 on Telegram by texting me and telling me which one you want. The price on the cost for Air NFT is pretty high. So if people don't pay attention or they just buy from there, I'll give them an investment for $20 for each NFT. But if you want to save yourself some money, just DM me, join my Telegram. You can go there, select the one you want, tell me, and I'll transfer it to you. It saves you about $8 or $10 that way. So they're 0.0314 BNB. That only provides a project $10. But since the person buying them would spend $18 or $19, I'll give them a $20 investment. Just to be fair, if you're paying way more than what the project's collecting, you got to make a compromise somewhere there. Our buy tax is 6%, 4% goes to BNB rewards, 1% goes to liquidity, and 1% goes to LP. The other one, what is that? Damn it, I forgot. Oh, buy and burn. We buy and burn back at 250 tokens. It says 500 on the website, but 500 tokens used to be about $10. Now it's about 25. So I'm going to reduce the number of tokens for the buy and burn. On the sell, it's 7%, 4% go to BNB rewards, 1% goes to liquidity, 1% go to OG NFT holders, because we did have old NFTs that were $50 a piece, and they gave you 1% on sells. I did lose a seas phrase for that wallet. I no longer control the funds that go in that wallet. So if you do buy one of those off the website, just be aware of that. There's no funds going to be collected or used for the project from those NFTs. The only benefit is the 1% extra 1% on sales. What else did I change? It also has a 1% burn at 250 tokens. So it's not really, really complicated, but all you have to do is you can either just buy NFTs and collect passive income once a week, or you can buy the token, and I'm always providing price appreciation, and I'm trying to drive the price up to about 10 cents right now, and then I'm going to thicken liquidity where it barely moves. My liquidity is too thick right now. It moves about 2 cents, tenths of a penny when someone makes a buy. So my liquidity is still 19 or 20%, and I'm going to let it go down to about 15%. So when people buy, they can actually see the chart move. People like that. And then I'm just going to stick it there with thick liquidity. So what I built it for was the bear and the bull market. So on the bull market, you're going to have price appreciation of BNB. And in the bear market, you're going to have passive income no matter what, by buying the NFTs and just holding those. It's pretty simple. It's not very complicated. We are partnered with RocketFi and Adapt with Affinity. You can choose us as a reward there at RocketFi. You can buy through Affinity on their Adapt app. And we're right on there. So it's pretty neat. We're not really big or anything. We have about 500 people in our Telegram channel. But we really just need to try to build a community and get exposure. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Greg. It's very straightforward. Now, you said you launched back on May 4th of last year. Not a single person, as you said, has incurred any losses. So that's something to stand behind there for sure, Greg.
All they have to do.
Yep. And did you have any pre-sale prior to launch of the token?
No, we had a pre-sale for the other token, for the Las Vegas token, PLV. we collected 30 BNB and put that 90% of that right into liquidity.
Okay,
So,
yeah, and then it was 1 to 1 year.
And then when that unlocked now is what I'm using to generate revenue for the project.
Okay. What's on the roadmap,
And
Greg?
I'm completely transparent. It's just about built out right for now, because you don't need to overcomplicate things to make 50,000 different parts. It's just easy. You buy tokens, hold them. Your worth, the dollar value of your bag is going to increase. You can buy the NFTs and make passive income, get paid out every Friday. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah, and you got threshold.
We do have a giveaway for minimum buy of $5 every day.
Interesting. Okay.
And another thing is, I did lose a seed phrase to 5 of my wallets. You can look at those wallets. All the wallets are pinned in the channel. We're completely transparent. There's about 10% of the supply locked in those wallets that will never move. So that's really good for holders, and the liquidity won't move either. So it's not really good for me, but it's good for holders.
Technically, 10% is burned.
It's been affected. It's just locked forever. I don't have keys to those wallets. I can't even access them. So I still own about 37,000 tokens. Those are the ones I give away when people do buys, up to 2,000 tokens or 2,500 tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy up to $100 worth and win that much.
Okay, and you said you're going to change the thresholds a little bit from the 500 tokens, probably about
right, because 500 tokens used to be like $10, right? Yep. And now it's $25, and if you're collecting 1% to that, it's going to take a little while. So I turned that down to $250.
Okay, so any plans to change the taxes in the future there, Greg, or even renouncing the contract?
No, you don't renounce contracts that are rewards tokens. If something goes wrong, you got to be able to fix it.
Right.
And certain, like what do you got? There's no blacklist function. There's no stop trading, but I did turn off rewards to those wallets. So all our holders are getting more rewards now too.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Why would I send BNB to a wallet that I don't have the keys to? That makes no sense.
Yeah, 100%. Anything else, Greg?
That's about it. I am planning a project on Pulse Chain coming up, but that's completely different. So.
Oh, we'll get into that on the next Eagles Den when you get to.
Yeah, I got to do a seed sale for that yet. So I have to talk to people at CowSwap and Pith Network for that. That'll give you an idea of what I'm doing.
Yep. Well, I appreciate it, Greg. The last question I'm going to ask you is, if you could choose one thing that brings your investors the most value in your project, what would it be?
That would actually be me. I'm actually increasing the price. Why they just sit there and hold tokens. When I do AMAs and open mics, they can win tokens. They get free money. They get free rewards. And I'm always adding liquidity. So I'm just trying to thin it out a little bit so the price moves. You know how people take a buy, and they go look at the chart. They want to see how much they bought, how much it looks like on the chart. But our project really is not built for whales either. So anybody, I mean, our max buy right now is 16,500 tokens, which is half of a max bag. There are limits on that. The max bag will decrease over time as I burn tokens. It's 3% of the supply, and max transactions half of that. So
1.5 max transaction and 3% is a full bag. Right.
Well, that way, if someone did own huge bags, they can't dump them all at once, and they're going to pay that price impact. So.
Right. Greg, where's your market cap sitting at right now? How much is in liquidity?
I haven't looked. Probably about, let me look on the website. They do liquidity different now. MV3. I think we're about 42,000 market cap, and it says 16,900 or something in liquidity. So.
Okay. Well, very good. I appreciate it, Greg. And just like
the
other
liquidity ratio is very healthy. So, but like I said, I'm trying to drop it down to about optimal rate for a token is usually around 15%. but there's plenty enough of liquidity for anybody to take out all their money. That's the thing. That's the important thing.
Yep.
I hate when projects have a $9 million market cap and have $50,000 in liquidity. There's like two people that are cashing out.
Those are the projects that you'll see have a small buy with a huge impact.
That's what you'll see on Solana. But anyway, all right. Thanks for having me.
Before you go, Greg, I'm going to ask you as well to scroll through, pick one random winner, and send me over his name.
We'll just pick somebody out of the chat.
You got it, brother.
Who do I like? I'll pick them random. Somebody I don't know. Okay. Text it to you. Okay.
Yeah, send me over a DM, and we'll get that posted up on the pin later on. And everybody,
this is a weird name. That just grabbed my attention.
What did you say? You got a weird name?
They have a weird name. Oh. It just grabbed my attention, so that'll work.
Perfect. All right. And for everybody that like Pangia rewards, the information is pinned back into the main chat there with all the links. So follow up accordingly, join, and ask any further questions you might have. I appreciate it, Greg.
Yeah, there's usually someone around the Telegram. I do drive a truck. I am not in there all the time. I do check it on whenever I stop. I check the chat, and there's some admins in there that'll answer some of your questions. But if you need to purchase an NFT from me, DM me and make your selection. Don't put it in the main chat because someone might go buy it.
Sounds good, Greg. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. Let's see. Next up, we have, let's see, CrowdSwap. Jay Hunt from CrowdSwap. The floor is yours, my man.
Perfect. Thanks. Hey, everyone. This is Jonah from CrowdSwap. Appreciating the opportunity to pitch here. I think anyone who uses blockchain solutions more intensively, especially when it comes to investing and transferring crypto assets between different blockchains, knows how time-consuming and complex this can become if you don't have the right token on the right chain. And this kind of interoperability issue is currently, I would say, the biggest bottleneck for mass adoption of decentralized finance. At CrowdSwap, we focus on exactly that. We are a next-generation decentralized exchange, and our vision is to provide investors with the easiest access to DeFi opportunities, like investing into any kind of tokens, liquidity pools, staking pools, making the most out of what decentralized finance offers. Do you want to invest in a launch on the Binance Smart Chain with your Matic? So this is no problem anymore. We got you covered. With our team of 15 developers, we created a unique cross-chain algorithm with which we remove the complexity of investing across multiple blockchains and help investors to save time and money. This cross-chain algorithm is at the heart of every product that we develop and enabling users to enter blockchains no matter where they come from at the ease of simply like one click. So all the magic is actually happening in the background, which making it seamless for the user to bridge from any blockchain to any other blockchain in seconds at the best possible price. Just remember yourself back of the many times you wanted to participate in a token launch, investing in a booming project, or missed a staking opportunity simply because it was too complex, too difficult, and too time-consuming to go through the various steps of swapping and bridging to get at the end to the needed destination to finally be able to invest. With CrowdSwap, this belongs to history. We're making investing fun and profitable again. So mentioning at this point the products and services that we include, it's the cross-chain bridge from any to any blockchain, best price routing, so we assure that when you're doing it, you have the best price assured. token swaps within the same blockchain, of course. Also, we are offering staking and liquidity pools, providing interesting APYs by, on the one hand side, using our crowd token or tokens from our partner pools. Another service that we're offering is our launchpad for new token launches for external projects. And very interesting to mention is that we just launched the first decentralized ETF, which at the end saves investors time and money by not having that many transaction costs and also not needing to do too much research. But we got you covered with our ETF. And further to highlight is that we are the first aggregator who includes transaction costs into swap and cross-chain bridging. So I think everyone who made this also several times already sees the pain that it has to always needing to make sure that there's something left of your token to pay the transaction costs. So this is included within the same swap or bridge that you're doing. We also work with decentralized and centralized partners. So to name here an example is we enabled centralized exchanges such as CoinStore to utilize a fully Web3 integrated interface. Our algorithm is running there in the back of their entity. So what we offer here is a free white label version of our Web3 solution, the setup of the hosted Web3 solution, and also fee sharing, which makes then 50% for both parties of the fees that are generated over this feature. And all this while we make it extremely easy for our partners to integrate through our API and our widget integrations that we're offering here. And through these strategic collaborations, CrowdSwap is generating revenue while also delivering high quality to the investors, ensuring a future-proof setup for years to come. And our journey, of course, doesn't end here. One of the next big milestones that we've planned is our transition into a decentralized autonomous organization, into a DAO. And yeah, if you want to learn more about us, would be great if you vote for us here in the US Crypto Pitch. And yeah, to dive further in our unique ecosystem with us. In case there are any questions, now is the time. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate that breakdown there, Jonah. So with the cross-chain bridging, one is able to, say if I had Ethereum and I want to go buy on, keep it simple, on BNB, I could buy the project that's on BNB with my Ethereum and it would automatically swap over, bridge, and buy that project, correct?
Exactly. You brought it to the point.
Oh, very nice. And how many chains do you currently have on the swap?
Currently, we have 7 chains integrated, but also we just finished our improving the development of the bridge to make it even more easy to integrate further chains. So yeah, you can expect that very soon there are even more chains to come. But right now it's 7 chains that we have integrated.
7 chains. And what's the fees associated with using the swap?
Sorry?
What are the fees associated with using the swap? What are your fees?
Yeah, we take a small percentage of the transaction fee for us.
Is that very minimal? What's that percentage there? Do you have that number?
No, I don't have the number right now, but it's like really minimal cost. If you compare, like, let's say on this level with other swap or bridge solutions through our best price routing, usually we're comparable or even better. Like let's say we compare us with Uniswap, you're usually cheaper with us, so it's a minimal percentage that we are getting there.
Okay, that's very cheap. Okay, let's talk about the Launchpad a little bit, Jonah. When can we expect the Launchpad? Is that live yet? And how does the project get on your Launchpad?
The Launchpad is live. Yes, right now we don't have any projects running on this. It's rather something that we we had projects in the past already, like let's say at the end of the last bull run that were launching. I think it were 3 projects so far that we launched over our Launchpad. During the bear market, of course, our focus was on development. So there was no need, no ask, and it would have not made too much sense from our point of view to focus on this. So that's now on the roadmap to refocus in the next month on this. But of course, welcome for projects to approach to us and discuss about this opportunity. It's open to use.
Okay, very good. And let's see, let's dive a little bit more deeper into the DeFi ETF. Is that something that you guys just developed here from the project?
Exactly. We just launched it this week, like Wednesday, I think, or when like this week we just announced the launch of the ETF. So on our website you can find it in the opportunities tab. So it's a very new feature. It is including like rather bigger projects that make you an assured investment, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Link, Matic, AVAX. Like it's not something too speculative. It's rather an easy go to invest, and the advantage here, also as mentioned, is you don't have to make several transactions. Also, you don't need to do too much research by using this solution.
Very good. And how long has the project been around, Jonah?
We're around since 3 years now. We actually, like, our token launch, for example, was quite at the end of the last bull run. So on the one hand side, not the ideal launch for the token from this point of view, but on the other hand side, it permitted us to really improve all our products to be now ready with all the mentioned ones, to reactivate heavily on marketing and getting on partnerships and getting the thing running.
Very good. Okay, 3 years. Let's quickly touch on the token. How is that currently sitting, and what was the initial market cap?
I need to have a quick look to be honest. Like, so our market cap right now is at 3 million. The fully diluted valuation would be at 10 million, so we don't have all the tokens out yet. This has to do that we offering those or with various things, but also with our staking and liquidity pools. There we're giving out also our crowd token. On the other hand side, we're thinking about an airdrop for the launch of our smart wallet, that users will be able to be beta testers or early users, and for this get some crowd tokens as a reward. So let's say in channel for marketing reasons, we also have there some tokens still back up, but yeah, that's the actual situation. When we launched, we were at a similar level. Like we're a little bit below the actual launch price. Over the time, we had some up and downs. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So you can get right in at the same pretty much level at the launch price, and it's very interesting stuff that you guys are building out here, Jonah. So let's talk about the roadmap. What's next for you guys?
Yeah, one big part on the roadmap is the mentioned DAO, like that we want to convert into a DAO. That is one of the biggest steps. Then, of course, also to integrate more chains. There, one big milestone that we just reached was to make the integration even easier. So now we are ready to integrate chains in a more scalable way, to call it like that. Another milestone that we have just reached is the decentralized ETF, and also as just mentioned, to launch a smart wallet is also on our roadmap for this year.
Okay, yeah, very interesting. I'll be looking forward to check out that smart wallet there. It sounds pretty intriguing there. When can we expect that? That's going to be towards the end of Q4, Q3 of this year?
I would say between end of Q2, Q3. That is
Q2.
the goal that we have right now.
Q2, Q3. All right, very good. Very interesting stuff there, Jonah. I definitely like what you guys got going on there. And for anybody who did also like what they heard, we do have CrowdSpot's information pinned back into the chat room with all the links associated with it. Feel free to join up into the Telegram, check out the website, and ask any further questions you might have. Now, Jonah, I'm going to ask you one last question. If you could choose one thing out of all current utilities and everything that you have built out so far that brings your investors the most value, what would you say that is?
I would say that is the cross-chain algorithm that we've developed that is like integrated then in all the other services and products that we're offering. That is, so to say, the heart, let's call it like this. And that, on the one hand side, we use for our own products, and on the other hand side, this is also something that we can offer to partners to integrate and make the usability for their users even better. If needed to mention one thing, then I would say this one.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Jonah. Just like I asked the other guys, if you could scroll through the list, randomly choose one cash winner and send me a DM with that user's name, we'll get that awarded as well. I'd just like to remind everybody that we will have this all posted up on YouTube. It'll be an additional chance to win some money and also to listen in there if you missed it or missed some of it. And we will follow up with a poll with all the projects to see what the community liked for the best project. And the winner will win a free full AMA with USA Crypto Group. I will give one more shout out to see if the last two projects did show up. Raise your hand if you are here. Let's see who they were. Polysport AI Powers. Go ahead, Jonah.
Mike, sorry, just to the one question I just looked it quickly up. So the fee that we charge is 0.1%. Just to have this also transparently clarified here.
0.1%, right?
Exactly.
Thank you for the clarification there, Jonah. Let's see. I don't see any hands raised up. No. That is going to conclude our Eagles Den today. That was a great Eagles Den. I appreciate all the projects that came out today. We had Interlink, Pangia, and CrowdSpot in today. Great presentation today, guys. And like I said, I'm going to get everything all uploaded to YouTube, get you each a copy. And we also will do a random number back into the chat room. Let's see, there's 157 participants in right now, so it'll be between 1 and 200. Everybody will have 5 guesses each. Now, good luck to everybody, and stay tuned for the next one. And thank you guys for coming in. Have a good afternoon, or morning, or night, wherever you're from.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, thanks for having us over. Like I said, we'll get that website up, the new one here, very, very soon. So.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.